Hey, it's Jeff at 650 Cycle, and I have another shop storage solution project. I know those are your favorite, and so I've decided to do another one. Let me explain what I got going on today. I have this area which functions. I have a couple shelving units in there. I have some hanging storage up there, and it functions. It works. It's not beautiful. I don't love it. I love that. I love that. But I don't love this. So I'm going to fix that. Do I need to fix it? No. There's two things driving this project. One of them is all of this MDF and the fact that I'm done with the project that I was using it for, and I don't have anywhere to store it. So something has to be done with it, and I'm going to use it on this project. The second thing that's driving this project is my battery tool storage, which I have right here on this shelf. So everything's right there. It's all super handy, and I want to do something different with that. And I have something already lined up for that, but I have to build this first. And what I'm building is what I'm calling a wardrobe. It'll be 4 foot wide and 8 foot tall, and 2 foot deep. And the top part will have that dead painter shelving in there. Ask me about that sometime. And then the bottom will be shelves, and will house all of the stuff that's up here. There's really not a lot of stuff up here. So what's up here will fit very easily in that bottom section. And then to top everything off, I'm going to put doors on the top and doors on the bottom. That's the wardrobe section of it. That leaves, it can only come down to here. That leaves about a 2 foot section right there. And guess what I've got for tool storage? Let me show you. This is what I've got for my tool storage. I picked these slat wall display units up on Marketplace. They were $5 a piece. I got 2 of them. I have the other one earmarked for something. This one I didn't know what I was going to do with, and then I was like, hey, that might work for my Ryobi tools. And it most certainly does. Ryobi makes these really cool lanyard things that are, they just latch into the battery part of it, and then it makes it super easy to hang everything. I have 18 volt and 40 volt. The 40 volt's going to go on the other side. I don't have a lot of that. The lower is 14 volt, and I have an expanded with 3 attachments. Those are big and bulky and very seasonal, so they're probably not going to hang on this. But the expanded and the fan will be over there. So all of this is going to fit sideways right in there in that 2 foot section. Stick out a little bit, maybe not even as far as a little bit further than that. That shelf is like 30 inches or something. Right now, the thing I got to do to get started is to unload these shelves and get everything off of here and go from there. I'm going to do some painting on this when I get that far. First I got to build stuff. So let's clear these shelves, and then we'll start building stuff. I don't want to go too far with these because I'm using them. There, this area is clear. I'm only making it 4 foot, so this is going to be a little bit short here. But it gives me access to this plug. And then, like, I did have some boards standing up in there. Makes for a nice little cubby to put those in. But the rest of it is covered in. And that looks pretty heavy up there. It looks like it's broke that one. So definitely need to get that stuff off of there and find another home for it. I gotta clear this off and then I'll start building. I have this area completely cleaned out. That top shelf is now gone. All the stuff is just stacked over here. It'll all go back where it needs to go once I get this thing rebuilt. I'm ready to start building. And what I'm going to do is make my 2 sides. I'm going to have a top, a middle shelf that's fixed, and a bottom shelf with a toe kick, whatever you call that indent at the bottom. So right now I got to go cut those out. Those are for my toe kicks, and then I can put things back together. This little short piece I think is where my middle shelf is going to go. It's going to naturally fall in that, so I don't have to cut that. And then I got 2 more pieces that same length that I can cut for there. I don't really ever work off of a plan. My plan is in my head. Sometimes I'll do a little drawing just to get some dimensions. But as you can see, I've got my 2 sides. I have a top. I have to cut one of those in half, and I'll have a middle shelf and a bottom. Then I can stand it up, and I might paint before I do that. We'll see. I do think I'm going to put a face frame on this as well. Let's get this nailed together. Deciphering. Missed on that one by just a little bit. As long as it doesn't come out the front. Went out the front or missed. Now I have to reassess something here before I put that in. These are 3 feet, which is going to leave. Let's measure that out. So I don't know what the industry standard is, but I just measured a coat from the hanger down to the bottom of the coat. Needs 3 feet. So that puts that right there, which leaves me with 1.5 feet. I don't need 1.5 feet at the top, so I can probably go right there. So come off the top a foot, gives me a little bit more at the bottom for hanging. That puts my rod at what height? 7 feet. That puts my rod at 7 feet. It was too high before. I couldn't get to it. Couldn't reach it. So right now it's at 7 feet. If my rod's at 7 feet, I'm going to have an easier time hitting it. I might drop it a couple inches just so that it's a little easier. But I think this is going to work. What I wanted to see was that even though the space isn't even, I wanted it to be usable. I know I'm putting that in the top, so I knew I was going to need a little bit more space at the top. And I have these pieces cut at 3 foot, so they're perfect for that. I'm going to say that's close enough for who it's for. So what I have is a little bit of bow on the outsides, and I don't have this attached yet. So what I did is I measured from this end over 23 inches, which is what it is on the bottom. I'm going to line it up right here, my 23 inches, 23 inches. I'm going to secure this, and then I got to measure up from the bottom and secure those. I didn't take no time at all. I really love this air nailer. But that is essentially what I'm going for. I got 10 minutes before I'm going on my bike, my ride. It is December 28th and it's 50 degrees outside. And if you've noticed, the Harley's not in here, because the Harley's out on the cement waiting for me to go ride it. I am going for a ride today. I think this is going to pause this project right here until I get back from said ride. Alright, we're going to pause this and go for a bike ride. I'm back from Menards, $50 lighter. Planning on spending a bunch of money on this project, but there you go. I got some hinges. I got some door pulls that match these. And I bought some 1x2s for my fascia board. And go with that. I like to cut as much as I can outside, because then I don't have to clean up the sawdust when I'm done cutting. So I'm going to mark these in here, take them out, cut them, bring them back in, nail them up. I'm doing the 2 outside ones, all 3 of the horizontal ones, and then this one. If I figured right, this will do it. There's always that element that I missed. So, all right, I kind of got moving, didn't want to stop and start the camera again. I had more than enough paint. The can's messed up. The paint was already starting to gel up, so I said, I'm going to use as much of it as I can. So I painted the wall behind the unit along with the unit, all down the sides, the front face. It pretty much got the whole paint treatment. Put a board up top to kind of stabilize that. That's not a level top up there, so that levels it off. Everything that was up top is essentially back up top. Everything that was on those shelving units is in there. There's some miscellaneous stuff that I don't want out here. It's probably going to go in the trash or out in the lean-to. But the more shelves you have, the more stuff you have. So I always like to make my shelves a little bit smaller so I'm not collecting so much stuff. These shelves are 2 feet deep, which are deeper than I usually like to have them. But this stuff is not stuff that I'm into all the time. My chop saw, I'll use it a couple times in the summer. Car wax stuff, that gets used a couple times this summer. Painting stuff, there's nothing in there that I'm going to be in there after a lot. I have a little bit of room that I can put a few more things that might fit. I don't know why I'm keeping that blower. I have a battery powered one, but I do like that electric one. It works really well. It seems to have a higher volume than the other one, but I don't want to get rid of it. That's a good spot for it. I have a hanging space. I can reach. It's a little tall, like for a standard closet, but I can reach it, and then my coats will hang, and they won't touch the bottom. I still have a little bit of room on the bottom for the coats. Super happy with it. Right now what I got to go do is cut out my doors. They're going to be 4 foot wide. They're going to be flush mounted pretty much like these, which is not how I typically do it, but I kind of wanted to go along the lines of this cabinet, kind of make it look like that. So I'll cut those out. I'll have 2 up top, 2 on the bottom. I could make it easy and just make 2 doors instead of 4. I brought the hinges. I'll make that. Would be a really heavy door. I'm waiting for that corner to dry before I slide my Ryobi rack back in. And I think I'm just going to take that power strip that was there like it was, zip tie it down on one of those bottom ones, and plug all of the chargers into it, and then set the chargers out on the base of that. I don't really think I'm going to be pulling that in and out. The stuff that I need, I'm going to hang out on this edge. The stuff I need a lot, I like that flashlight and like my drill and the batteries. but the rest of it can hang wherever. I can reach it, so I don't think it's going to be sliding in and out very much. I think it's going to be static, and if I load it right, I'm not going to have to move it. So I think I'm just going to line my chargers up on the bottom, and then when I charge a battery, plug it in. That's how that's going to work. Right now I'm going to go cut the doors up, and I might get a coat of paint on them yet tonight. Yeah, I got time to paint them yet tonight. And then tomorrow they'll be dry and I can hang them up tomorrow. Or maybe later tonight, depending on what I got going on. So, this project taken a little bit longer than I had anticipated. It's been most of the day I've been working on this. I did go ride for probably 40 minutes. It was inspirational and good for the soul today, for sure. So, I will be back once these doors are cut and painted. I'll probably bring you back to hang them and watch that debacle. There are my top doors and there are my bottom doors. They are painted. Once they dry, once these dry, I'm going to hang them up and put the handles on them, the poles, and we'll be done with this project. Most everything's reloaded back in. There's some things that have to find a new home somewhere, but not very much. A couple things that are going in the trash. And then I got to get my Ryobi rack back over here. I was kind of waiting for everything to dry before I slid that over. And then the clothing has to be put up. So, as of right now, I think I'm done for the night because I want these to dry really good. I would love to be done with this project. I don't want to have to do any more tomorrow, but I think I'm done for right now. I'll come back out tomorrow. I'll get these doors hung up, get everything loaded, get this mess cleaned up, and I'm pretty happy with the project so far. So I will check back in tomorrow once we start getting these doors on, and we'll go from there. There you have it. Once again, I got ahead of myself and went and finished up what I was doing to get it done. I've been working on this project for about 6 hours, and it's getting on towards evening. I'm ready to go in and sit and do nothing for a little while, and so I kind of want to get this done. Got the doors hung, got the door handles on, the pulls, all that pretty simple standard stuff. The one thing you got to watch with the doors, you got to make sure it's level this way on both doors, and you got to make sure the gap is good inside. Considering who did this one, that one turned out pretty good. Doors are not my forte. All the stuff that was on those 4 shelves fits in here no problem. I can reach the hang up stuff. I reloaded the important stuff in here. I still have plenty of room. I've got a pile of stuff that has to go up to the lean-to. It's dark out now. I don't have lights in the lean-to. So finishing up those finishing touches tomorrow. The other thing is these are just pretty generic hinges, and they don't catch. So I'm gonna have to get some. Door catches so that they all stay snug like that. This thing turned out amazing. I really love this. I ran 2 18-volt chargers over here and a 40-volt charger over there. I never need more than that. I have everything hanging up pretty much. I got some more pegs on order, and I got some more of those lanyards on order to hang stuff up, and then this area is complete. And I honestly couldn't be happier with it. I am now in love with it. I went straight flush on the side to kind of match this cabinet, left a gap in here so I could put some standing wood in here. And it, everything that was up top went back up top. Everything that was on the shelves is now in there. It's everything I asked for, and I love it. It looks so much better. Pretty happy with my work today. My pole barn's getting closer to being clean. I'll probably 2 more days, because Monday I'm going to the scrap yard, and I got a couple barrels of scrap in here that are gonna go, that it's just kind of in the way, and I got a little shelf I'm not sure what to do with. All the shelves that were here are going to be used in the lean-to. Just gotta get stuff. I had to do this in order to do that. Well, that was my project for today. It's not completely done, but like so many other projects, I can get to 96, 97%. I am going to put some catches on this, and then it will be done. That isn't too big of an issue. I got to get everything else cleaned up in here and looking as good as this area, and I'm going to be all set. So like I said, I did go for a ride today, and if you're out riding, ride safe.